Hey guys, what's up? Another video for you guys. The last video was pretty it's pretty just how it is. I mean, my videos, they have some purpose, they don't really have a purpose. It's just me talking. Um, Fantastic weather in California today. Fucking it's been raining like a bitch. But yeah, this is definitely one of those weathers which I want to go take a ride on, but unfortunately I can't go take a ride on. So if anything, yeah. So we're back at it again with the Jetson. I do have a Roadrunner Pro. What happened with that is that fucking once I received shipment, it was cool. The Roadrunner Pro was definitely a beautiful experience. I'm still waiting on it to come back from the facility. Um, my Roadrunner Pro, it's currently in LA. I'm just waiting to go pick it up whenever they get new parts for it. It's going to be about probably like early April until I can go pick it back up. They're still waiting on parts. So, you know. But yeah, that's the new update. If anything, I do have a... Forgive the fucking garage. It's just a complete mess. It's just the way how fucking Asian garages are at times. But this is the new helmet that I ordered. Got a GoPro mount set up. This is just like my helmet that I'm using because it's cheap. It's not too expensive, and you know, it gets the job done and makes me safe as fuck. Anyways, now let me go back to everything about the Jetson Pro. So my last video, I just technically did a fucking overall view of it. Parts were good. I'm not complaining about parts. It's just either the way how I had it set up and all that. But you know, long story short, once I got everything hooked up correctly and everything, fucking I went to go take it on a ride. I got like, I think about 5 to 6 miles on it, and I was doing speeds of like 28 miles an hour. That's what I topped out at. And next thing you know, fucking the whole shit just doesn't want to go on me anymore. I just hear the motor just doing that sound. So if anything, I was just assuming like maybe something took a crap. I'm assuming this motor's fucking dumb for it too. I'm just running it because like I'm waiting on another motor coming in from China. But yeah, so this whole setup now is a brand new setup. It's still a 48 volt setup. I do have a 72 volt setup. Yeah, it's currently came in. Yeah, 60 volt, 72 volt, the 3500 hub motor. The controller's still in here. This is a setup that I bought off of AliExpress. If anything, I'll just leave the fucking link down below if you guys are interested. It's not expensive. Honestly, I say it's a little bit more cheaper. The only thing that's more expensive about going 72 volt is just the battery. The battery is what makes the price difference. But other than that, I mean, 48 volt is still pretty standard for any generic builds that you're gonna be doing. But yeah, so yeah, this is a KT controller. If you see, all KT products, they always say KT before, and then you know, the specs later on. 48 volts, that's how you know it's a 48 volt setup and a controller. The only thing that you need to know about KT setups is that you have to run KT LCD screens and a KT fucking Tontado. I don't know why they make it so confusing like that. It's just, I guess they're trying to be exclusive to their own product line. So if you purchase one thing, you have to purchase everything. The only thing that KT doesn't really require you to be compatible too much is just the hub, the hub motor, and the battery, because you know, it's not specific for anything. But yeah, definitely. This is the new setup. I connected everything. There's a couple of issues that if you're planning on doing a KT setup, KT is very good for the money that you spend it on. It's not too expensive. I think I spent about probably about 90 bucks on this. It's fucking fat as fuck. This has like I don't know, I forgot the MOSFET or something like that, but this is a 25 amp fucking controller and everything. I'm not thinking out the top of my head today. But yeah, so there's only one issue is that you run a KT controller is that when you do your battery line is that it comes in ring powers. It'll look like this. Technically, it'll come looking like this. So what I did was that I have to cut off the ends and fucking solder them together. I'm not having any issues with the power. It's done its fine job. I'm trash at soldering my shit, but if anything, good thing's good. This is my old controller that burnt out on me. So this shit literally took a dump on me. I'm not saying that JB products are bad. Definitely, I think I just had a bad one. But it's cool. They are a very good company. They've been supportive of the Jetson company for a long time, and I ain't got nothing bad to say about them. So what I did was that I took off the ends off of the old ones and soldered them to the KT controller. So therefore, I can use this connector instead of running this clamp connector. Shit, I'm fucking sick. But yeah, you also want to be running this yellow block thingy. You could buy it off Amazon. It's pretty cheap. It's only like $9. That's required. Stupid me was that fucking I decided to cut off the ends and fucking solder them together, which is good in its own way, but it just literally leaves a whole fucking mess. So I was like, you know what? Let's do the fucking design that they did. Anyways, my shit is kind of trash. I try my best. I'm not a electrical guy, but fucking, everything's a learning curve. I'm having a lot of wire tug with those. But yeah. I got this thing working yesterday. It turns on. Yeah, everything turns on. You read your watts on the motor that's currently going. You go through your things. You get your voltage from the battery and everything. So I don't know why I'm just having like issues. It's giving me a code 6 issue. So if I press on, oh, that's weird. The wheel fucking spun. Yesterday wasn't doing that shit. But anyways, it's giving me a code 6. Code 6, yeah, code 6. If you don't know what the hell that is, KT, they gave out a little bit of a manual. Code 6. Motor or controller has short circuit anomaly. So if anything, I'm assuming it's due to a couple things. One is due to the hall sensor. Well, the 5 hall sensors. I probably did an ass job. Might be due to my 3 connectors, my phase wires, because fucking maybe I didn't crimp them down correctly. But honestly, fucking at least I know the setup works. The only thing is that I'm assuming I'm just have to buy a new fucking hub motor, because at this point I'm just gonna have another hub motor. I don't really care. It's only like 130. And then you get it from China. But anyways, yeah, this is like the new setup. I'm waiting on the day to do the 72 volt setup, see what I could get off with that. That 72 volt setup, it's already been it's already a set of itself. The LCD is connected with the drum throttle. Other than that, I mean, nothing else. If anything, if that controller fucking sucks on the 72 volt setup, because literally the controller's like probably like yay big like that, probably like less half than that. It's if anything, I'm just gonna have to order another KT controller that's 72 volt, and I already have the hub with it, so it's cool. I'm just waiting on the battery, the 72 volt battery. It's a 40 amp battery. Got it for a pretty sweet deal. It's just taking forever to get shipped. So yeah, definitely, if anything, the next video is just gonna be probably me trying to configure this out a little bit better, or if my 72 volt battery comes in, then I'll probably do the 72 volt, or if anything, I'll probably do a little bit of riding on my Roadrunner Pro, because I spent $3,000 on that, and I'm definitely gonna fucking ride that shit. And you know, everybody's to their own opinions. I could care less about your opinion, but you know, this is a little hobby, and there's people who gets into these little hobbies. Like, I used to have a fucking sports car, and like that was a money pit. I still have parts left over from it, you know. So if anything, I'd rather be doing these cheaper little electrical bike mods than working on a fucking car again. So definitely, yeah. Stay tuned. I mean, sounding pretty fucking boring at this point, but I mean, I'm just spitting out whatever I think it's like, I guess, good that I think of. I could care less, but definitely I'll probably do like a little ride when I get my Roadrunner Pro, because definitely I want to use that that fucking GoPro, and also, you know, do my shit. But other than that, yeah, thanks for watching. Whatever.